Okay, Sneed, joined by Kristen and Norrelle after a 98-88 win for the Mavericks in preseason, their second to last preseason game over the Atlanta Hawks. And it's the same Atlanta Hawks team, kind of, that the Mavs would see in the season opener. But, of course, Atlanta was without a lot of their key rotation guys. We didn't see Paul Millsap. We didn't see Al Horford. But we did see Dennis Schroeder, who I think is a dark horse for Rookie of the Year if he can't get the minutes over Jeff Teague. So tell me what they were talking about in the Atlanta locker room, Kristen.
Well, the head coach obviously was very pleased with the way the Hawks played tonight, since half their team is pretty much back in Atlanta. You know, rehabbing up a hamstring injury for, I think, Horford and Millsap's got a bad Achilles right now, and then Kyle Korver was listed as a personal issue. So we don't really know why he's not in the game, but they're hoping to have all those guys back. But Schroeder really shined tonight, and I completely agree with you as dark horse for the Rookie of the Year. He can knock down a bunch of shots, but I think what he needs to work on is his defense. He's a really small guy. I think he's actually smaller than me. He's real skinny, but he's powerful when he can shoot the ball, but his defense is what's going to need work, and I think that's what he's really focused on this season.
And the guy that I compared him to when he was coming out the draft was Rajon Rondo. People are going to play off of him just like they did Rondo, dare him to make a jump shot. But he got high praise in postgame from Dirk Nowitzki because that's his future German national team member.
And actually it's funny because Dirk was not the highest scoring German in this game. It was actually Schroeder, which is kind of a funny statistic that I read.
Of course, they'll be trying to make the Olympics in 2016, so maybe we'll see the development of Dennis Schroeder there. 6 Mavs in double figures, Norrelle, and I think that's going to have to be a staple for this team this season. Obviously, Dirk did his thing with 17 points, but other guys really stepped up. We saw Monte Ellis break back into the scoring also, but talk about the Mavs' balance.
I think the Mavs are doing a lot better with Jose Calderon on the floor for them, sharing the ball. Shot selection is going to be big for the Mavericks. The guards can't get too shot happy. I know Monte Ellis kind of has that mentality sometimes. He gets a little shot happy. But he said in the post-game interviews that he was more focused on passing the ball and he wanted to shoot the ball more. So hopefully they can clean up a couple things, get on the same page. But I think they are sharing the ball well right now.
And I asked Monte very simply, what type of adjustments have you had to make since Jose Calderon joined the lineup? And he said, none. That was the end of that quote. So what do you think this team has to do in the last preseason game to really come together?
I think offensively the Mavericks will get it together. They're going to be there. They have prolific scorers up and down that starting lineup. It's going to be defense. They've been out-rebounded in 5 of the 7 preseason games. They got to figure a way to get stops. That's going to be the key thing for them to figure out in this last game. Who knows how many minutes that the starters are going to really play, but going forward, defense is going to be the main thing for the Mavericks.
You talk about rebounding. That's always been a very huge word for the Mavericks because they're always getting out-rebounded. They're always getting outscored in the paint. But Rick Carlisle did say the guy who's been the most improved player in training camp and in preseason has been Samuel Dallenberg, of all people. He had 11 rebounds to go with his 5 points, and also 10 rebounds for DeJuan Blair, who really stepped up big, having to play that backup big role without Brandon Wright. For Kristen and Norrelle, I'm Earl K. Sneed signing off. Mavs win it over the Atlanta Hawks 98-88, and they've got one more preseason game, and you've just been credentialed.